that I just want to also add that from next week, we'll be covering more of the statistical elements or statistical learning. So I'll entreat all of you if you need to know some statistical concept to attend. Again, for housekeeping items, if you want to record your attendance, just write your name in the chat area, and that will be captured so that we know you've been attending the lectures. This is particularly important for those of you who need a certificate of attendance of this course. So without wasting any further time, I will hand over to Dr. Musa Dumbia. All right, Musa, it's all yours.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So today we're gonna discuss web scraping. Right? Can you see my presentations?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah. So web scraping is just another fancy word. It means extract, information from a web page. That's it. Right. So we do so by using, some of a library. Right. So Scrapy is one of a library. Beautiful Soup is one of a library. Selenium is also another library, right? For this lecture, we're going to use Beautiful Soup to scrap multiple page using different library also, because Beautiful Soup also can take many other library within, to transform the web page content. Right. So these are the steps if you want to scrap a web page. First, you need to define the URL. Right. So this is one way if you want to manually scrape a web page, right? Another way is when you want to use API, right? You can use API to access, to get a permission to get the content of a web page. We're not going to have, time to do so, but API stands for Application Programming Interface. So it's like the middleman between you and the owner of the website. They have certain rules that you need to obey when you are extracting information from the website, right? Usually, most API come with free trials, or they come with some certain condition. You can only do this amount of requests, for 1 day or for 24 hours or for 1 week, right? But we're not gonna get. Feel free to check web scraping with API. I'll put the link in the chat, right? But today we're gonna discuss these steps using Beautiful Soup. So if you want to use Beautiful Soup to scrape a web page, these are the easiest way to do it. I will also show you another way to do it. You can build a function that can take all of these 6 steps and then just scrape a web page, right? But let's do this first. So first we define the URL, right? So URL is the link of the web page that you want to extract the content from. Once you get the URL, you define that and you store it to a variable called URL. Right. Step 2 is you need to send the request, right? Send the request to the web page. Hey, I want to collect, information from the website, right? So that is that get, request that get, right? And sometimes they will allow you to do it. Sometimes they don't. If they don't, they will give you a reason why they don't allow you to do so, right? Some of them, they don't allow you to do it this way. They want you to get API first so that they know who you are, because API will have all your credentials and then you can have access to the content. But some of them will allow you to do this way. Then you need to make sure that they grant you access to the content. So one way to do that is to run the code, right? You request something, you run this code, right? Your response, that _code, that will let you know whether or not your request has been granted. So if you get 200, that means, yeah, green light. Go ahead, get it. Right, so that's right here. 200 mean green light. Your request has been granted. So now that's step 3. Step 4, now, once you get this information from the web, they come with for many extra character like backward, forward slash, dollar symbol, percentage, all kind of thing that you can think of, right? Extra space, right? So you need to, use a parser, right, to make your data, smoother, nice to read. So when you look at it, you don't see, all of those extra character inside your text, right? So HTML parser is one of the library that will allow you to do that. HTML 5.lib, that's another parser that can allow you to do that. LXML, that's another parser that will allow you to do that. So for this demonstration, right, we got the response, we got a green line. Then one way to make your text look nicer, you type, response.text, and then you use this parser, right? So this parser will go inside your text and then get rid of a lot of extra special character, right? So you can also type here response.content instead of text, right? Contents, right, will most likely will give you better output. We're gonna say that when we doing, some example, when we start doing some example, right? Instead of for response that text, I usually do response that contents and then apply the parser to it, right? So once you get that object, you sort it to a variable called soup, right? Because you are applying beautiful soup to this raw text that you just got, right? So you can store it to a variable called soup, right? So that you know that your library beautiful soup has been working on this part of a data set, right? So once you do that, right, the soup object, right, also may have some additional extra character, and one way to get your raw text, the smooth text out of that is soup that get underscore text, right? And then you can save these to your local machine by running, with open, you want to write, and then you can save it, give a name of the file that you want. And then you have a document on your local machine and so on, right? So when scraping, we don't always get text only. Sometimes you get image. You can scrape image from a web page. You can scrape image and text at the same time, right? And so on, right? So today we're gonna use additional library in addition to beautiful soup. We're gonna use something like a regular expression. That also, if beautiful soup doesn't do a nice job, if you look at your text, you still have extra character. You can use a regular expression to remove some, those extra character, right? In addition to that, there is a library called Spacey. It's a natural language processing library that also will allow you to have a deeper understanding of the text that you are dealing with, right? You can go inside, grab names and dates, right? Or dates and events, right? Event associated with date so that you will have a quick understanding of what's going on. So without further ado, let's jump to our Jupyter notebook. If you don't have any question for me, if you have question, feel free to ask. Otherwise, let's go to our training folder, VASTI 4.0. Any questions? Okay, so you open your Jupyter notebook, right? You open your Jupyter notebook. So uh, if you want, you can open it using Anaconda, or you can also open it using the command line, right? Like I'm doing right now. So check my locations. Can you see my command prompt? Can you see my command prompt? So I check my locations. I'm not on my desktop, so I'll go CD, desktop, and then I will still move to our data science folder or our training folder, which is VASTI 4.0. So our CD V VAD STI 0.4, right? 4 underscore. Is it underscore 4? Yeah, that. So once I'm inside our folder, if I PWD, you will see that I see I'm in VASTI 4 point. So then I will open Jupyter Notebook there, right? Jupyter Notebook. Right. Okay, I'm right there. I'm inside. So once I'm inside that folder, then I will open a new Jupyter Notebook. I'll call it that. Let me rename it. We'll learn how to rename Jupyter Notebook, right? So I'll call this one web underscore scraping. That's it. So web scraping.
Did you create a new folder?
No, the same folder. Go to the same folder that we create day one. You don't create a new folder. We don't need additional folder.
I mean, did you create it? Oh, you opened a new notebook. Okay.
Yeah, only new notebook. No Jupyter Notebook. So now, I want you to do the following, because you might not have this library. I want you to do this pip, lowercase, pip install Spacey, right? Let me do in different cells. Let me make it bigger so that you can see. I also want you to do pip install. You might have a beautiful soup, but let me beautiful soup. So I want you to install that, right? I believe this is the beautiful soup. Beautiful soup. And pip install. You got beautiful soup. Let me see if I think you got a request. I don't think you need to import a request, right? I don't think you need to install a request. But anyway, let's do it. Pip install a request. If that's even possible. Okay, I already have it, right? So I want you to install those.
I got an error while installing Beautiful Soup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it said could not find a version that satisfies the requirements Beautiful Soup. No matching distribution found for Beautiful Soup.
Okay, so you yeah, make you a B lowercase,
Okay.
beautiful, everything lowercase, beautiful soup, and then 4. Everybody do that. Let's see.
Still an error. Okay, is one F, one L, right?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, one L.
Yep, requirement satisfied. Thank you.
Yeah, so beautiful soup. Right. Okay, everybody install that.
Nothing happened for me actually.
No error.
No error, just nothing. Let me just try one more time. Oh, okay, never mind. It works now. Thank you.
Okay, so we need those library, right? If we need some more, we're gonna do that. So I want everybody, so I'm gonna do this Google so that you can see. Can you see my browser? Can you see? Hello, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to Google this. Yeah. Oh, what happened? That's a delete. And then click the first one and then copy the link at the top.
Do you mind just going back to the web address that you searched? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna scrape that web page, right? But let's import our library first. So I want you to import, everything is lowercase here, what I'm typing, except when I go to get to beautiful soup, the B will be capital and the S will be capital. So those are very important, right? So I want to say import spacey, right? And then import request, S at the end, import request, and then import array. And I would say from BS4, that means that stands for beautiful soup 4, import capital B, beautiful soup, right? Run this. Oh, why I don't have spacey? Oh, okay. So I want to do this from spacey. I want to import something from it. I will say from spacey import displacey, because this is something that I will use. I will use displacey. Yeah. I want you to run that from spacey. I have spacey. Displacey. Yeah. Displacey. Spacey. You got the same error, everybody?
My error came from import BS4, imports beautiful soup. It says wrong syntax, invalid syntax.
Okay, B is capital, S is capital.
Yep.
From BS4.
Oh, from. Okay, my bad. One sec.
Okay,
Should I do the import RE as well?
yeah,
Okay.
that stands for regular expression. Why my?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, maybe I need to install Spacey. I don't know. Let me import Spacey here. I mean,
Yeah, no
install
error.
it. Huh?
No error for me as well.
Yeah. So I installed Spacey because I thought I got everything, but in fact I don't. So let me import it. Import Spacey. Let me see. Okay, so I needed to install it again. I don't know why. Okay, so now we got all the library. You remember what I said about step 1? So let's write one by one. Step 1. Step 1. What are we going to do? We're gonna define the URL, right? Define the URL. So I'm gonna make this one a markdown cell. Step 1. Okay. So our URL is equal to this. Right. So we just Google search it, we copy the link, we store it. We did step one. Let me look
Sorry,
at the
excuse me, I think I
messages.
missed where you got the link from. Do you mind sharing that?
Yeah, you have to search this. Click on the first one, and then copy the link at the top. Right? That's it. That's all I did. Okay, so now we define the link. Now we're gonna go to step two, which is we're gonna send the request, right? So step two. And the request, our demand, right? So we are send the HTTP GET request. Right. So we get that by doing this. Oh, I want to make this one a markdown cell now. So how you do that? Then this is how you do. You will say response is equal to, wow, I got so many messages, maybe import, load, install. You got to pip install almost everything that I show over there, right? Pip
And did we
install.
make that step one, define the URL? Is that a markdown?
Yeah, the first step one, yeah. Anything that you see in the bold thing is a markdown.
Okay.
But below it is a code, right? So now I will, this is where I will use my request. We import a request, I will say is equal to request with S that get. Oh, get. And then the input is our URL that we define, URL. That. Now step three, we want to check, right, the static code. We try the static code. The HTTP static code, right? So now, which number we'll be looking for? Response that static underscore code, right? So here we want to see 200. So yes. So this means we have a green light to do this, right? Everybody got 200?
How is like 200 the, should I say, universal code, or
Yeah, yes, it is. You
so if
gotta
you
have
get
that.
anything other than 200, it means
Oh,
you
there are many code. There are 400, 403. I think 403 mean 400 is forbidden. 403, yeah, you're not doing the right way. Let me see if I can Google the codes. There are many of them. Let me see. Get say get request. Request get static code. Yeah. Let me see if they have been nice to us. We're gonna see a lot of them here. Okay, let me add a list to it. List of Okay, maybe this is it. Yeah, you got from 100 to 199, you got that code. So let me go to 400. 200 to 199. 200 get requests. What is 200? Okay, 200 will request is succeed. You see that here? 200 is okay. 201, right? Create the request succeed and new resource was created as a result. 202 accepted, but you gotta read it. So anything in 2, it looks like a nice partial content. They give you partially. But 4, let me go to 400, for example. Let's say 400 body requests, 403 forbidden, right? Let me see if I can paste this in the chat. Sometimes chat doesn't allow you to paste stuff. Can I? Oh, all right. So you have that. Right. So we got the green light. I mean, we can go and then get the thing. So step 4. Step 4, well, step 4 is we want to parse the content, right? Parse the HTML content. Now, right, so this is where you define your beautiful soup object. So soup is equal beautiful soup. Let me see if I will autocomplete it. Yeah, beautiful soup. Now you apply that to your response. So here I will use content. Response that content, for example, and then the parser, I will use HTML parser and then close parentheses, HTML dot parser. So that's my soup object, no error. But the spelling is very important. For the beautiful soup, B is capital, S is capital. Right, if you go to this website, you see we have a lot of paragraph. So in I don't know if you got some HTML class. So in HTML, paragraph stand for P, right? So we're gonna get all the paragraph and extract the content from them. In this exercise, we're not interested on images. We're not gonna script any image, just plain text, right? Just plain text. So step 5. So step 5, now we're gonna find all paragraphs. So because I'm gonna use a markdown cell here, I can use this, right? I can p-min paragraph. I'm gonna find all the paragraph, right? So the HTML tag alone is another lecture by itself. You know, the head, the body, you know, the table, the rows, the data, and so on. So we're not gonna go in there today. So every paragraph will be tagged by this P. So we get all these tags, right, in our HTML document. Once we get all of them, then we'll be able to extract them, right? So using beautiful. Okay, let me make this one a markdown cell. Right. So this is how you do that. You will say paragraph. So it's many of them. So I add S so that I know what I'm doing. Is soup that the thing that we did over there. Soup that find all, but all there is an underscore before between the find and the all. So let me put P here. They need an underscore here because that's how the method is defined. That find all. Okay, I got too many dot, right? Only one dot. Okay. Soup that find all. You see how I spell find, right? So we got all the paragraphs. So now we can join them. You remember the join method with strings? We use that method here. So step 6, we're gonna join them. So we extract the text and join them.
Excuse me, I
Yeah.
got an error message that says non-type error is not callable.
For which step?
30, your line 30.
30?
Yes.
Okay, look at the spelling.
Yeah, I have. Oh, find, not fail. My bad. 1 second. Okay.
From each paragraph. So you remember this is the tag for paragraph, so P. So I'll keep on putting that here so that we will remember one day that the tag for paragraph is P, right? And then join them, and then join them. We join them, right? As a single string. You see over there, my video is missed. Do you guys mind if I move that video? Favor me.
Professor, I am still getting an error message, even though like I double checked the spelling
What step?
for the paragraphs equals soup.
That find all
Mm-hmm.
quotation P.
Quotation P.
Is that what you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me finish this and I will look at the single strings separated by spaces. Because you don't want 2 words by space. Okay, let me run this and then you share your screen with me. Yeah, share with me.
I'm gonna make this full.
Make it bigger. Yeah, look at how you define your soup. Your soup is not well defined. The parentheses should be on the other way. The first parentheses.
First.
Yeah, no, up. The soup, step 4. The soup is not well defined. The first, none of the first parentheses, the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be facing the other way.
What do you mean facing
Yeah.
the other way?
Delete that. No. I said, after soup,
Oh, the parentheses.
run it. Yeah, that was the problem. Now run this one now. Yep, that's it.
All right, thank you.
Yep, stop sharing so that I can share mine. Okay, I believe this is it. All right, so we are here now. Step 6. Okay, so now let's do that. So we're gonna define something called text, right? So that will be all of these things. we're gonna have joined by an empty space, right? So we are joining all our paragraph, right? So we didn't get a chance to go over these list comprehensions, but it's a powerful tool. So I will look through each one of them, and then for each paragraph that I get, I will only get the text, That's what this means. So text. So I'll go through for each para in the paragraph. In fact, let me write this as paragraph. Paragraph. For each paragraph in the paragraph. So this is S. This is a collection of paragraph. For each single one in there, I am going to extract. So you're going backward. I start here first. I'll check paragraph inside here. For each one of them, I'm going to do this, right? And I am joining the second one by the first one using empty space. I'm joining them by empty space. That's what I'm doing, right? So the spelling is very important, and the square brackets inside very important because I'm using the list comprehension here, right? If you type it exactly like mine, you will not get any error. And then you can even check the result, say print text, that, see, this is the text. So we're able to extract all of them. We're able to get rid of many of the junk, right? But the spelling has to be the same.
Can you give examples of like case scenarios where this is useful?
Oh, many of them. Let's say you want to compare the price of products, that have been sold by two different company, right? You can do that. You can scrap both web pages, get the item that you want and the price, right? All of them. You see, I'm talking about millions of product here. So you can just scrub the web page, get the product and the price, the name, the product, the price, and then compare them. So that's one way. That's one quick way to use web scraping. Once, right, you want to get somebody brief about something in a short period of time, you don't have time. By the way, when you scrap a web page, the information that you get is not the same thing if you go to the web page and then copy and paste, right? Copy and paste, you get a lot of stuff that you don't need. And then that copy paste document, you cannot manipulate that well. But when you scrap a web page, the product that you can get is much cleaner. And then today you will see that you can do a lot of stuff with it, right? You can extract a lot of insight from the object that you get it from the website, right? However, if you just copy and paste from the page, you will not be able to do those kind of manipulations. Okay, so everybody got these? And here we were doing some research about exercise and genetic, right? The relationship between the exercise and genes. So we were trying to, see what's out there. There were like millions of papers that have been written about exercise, diet, gene, exercise, right? All kind of combination of those three words, right? So we wanted to summarize them. So there is no way that we could have gone manually one by one, go through each article one by one. So we scrape it. We didn't do it this way, but we do it using Selenium. Selenium is like an automatic version of web scraping. So you tell Selenium, go there, grab these, do this, do this. So Selenium will do like a robot. So he will do exactly what you ask him, but it's a web scraping also. So it will get, any article that have exercise engine in there, it will get them if you want the abstract. So that's what we did. So we scrape all the abstract, right, that have exercise engine in there, right? And then we see if they are review paper or non-review paper. And then we, collect them. There were millions of them. So there is no way we could have done it manually. And then from that data set, we were able to do a lot of manipulations, right? We visualize it, right? We synthesize it. We did a lot of analysis based on that object. And then we proceed with our own process. Yeah, you can, are you leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So it's a powerful tool to know. Okay. So now we got NLP, right? Did we install NLP? Let me go back. Did you let me see.
I don't think so.
No, let me see down. Spacey. Okay. Can you? So what I want you to do, see if we can if you can install it. We want to install, for example, Spacey. Oh, let's see if we can call it, right? Let's see if we can call it. So now let's see if we call it, we don't get any error. That means we fine, right? So I will define a document. So I will call a document. Let me go down. I shouldn't have print these. It's too long. So I'll define a document. I'll call document is equal to NLP apply. I want to apply NLP. I want to see if we have access to it. Right. I want to see NLP our text. Right. So everybody run the so what did you get? See, it's not defined. So this is what I want everybody to type, right? I want you to type Python, because we're using Python language. I want you to type Python space -m. Once you do that, space and then spacey, right? If you didn't get error, that means you're fine. But I got error, that means I need to do this. That's download and then space in core. I think there is a underscore here. Core underscore web. And then underscore, we're gonna use small model, for example, right? EN stand for English, core web, SM stand for small model. So we're gonna get the small model of Spacey. Let me see, I think I need to add, run this. Yeah, I need to add this symbol here so there is no, right? So everybody, oh, what happened? Okay, so this one was error, but this is the one that everybody need to run now. The spelling again is very important. Python space -m space spacey space download space en underscore core underscore WEB_SN. Right. And then now we are ready to define our object NLP. So we're going to say NLP is the same thing as spacey, but here we are only interested on the small model, right? So here you will put en_core core web small model. That's it. I think if we do this, then we'll be able to spacey has no model. Model is not callable. Okay, so because we need to load it, that loads. Yep. Spacey that load that. Now I want to define my doc again. I will say doc equal NLP, the text that we got. Now no error. Nobody should get error now. If you do these three things, you shouldn't get any error. Before we didn't have it on our local machine. Now everybody has it.
I got an error.
Okay, look at mine. What's different from yours?
Spacey load and core web SM everything. Excuse me, is fine, but the error name spacey is not defined.
Did you do this?
Mm-hmm.
The
I
one.
think it got the installation was successful.
Okay, look at the spelling again. NLP equals spacey dot load. No space, please.
Okay. Okay, spacey. Yeah. Still say spacey is not defined.
No, check the spelling.
I'm also having the same issue.
Did you do this loading?
Yes, the Python loaded successfully.
Oh. Okay, let me try something.
That cannot be. If you install it correctly, it shouldn't be that.
Yeah, it's still giving the same error.
Check again. Share yours with me. Because if you don't have it, you should get error. But once you install it, download it, call it, then you shouldn't get any error. One of you can share your Windows with me.
1 second. Can you see it?
Yeah. Python, spacey, download, install, web, SM, and then NLP equals spacey. Spacey is not defined. Did you import spacey up there? Okay. Before you,
Right here.
can you run that again? Import spacey.
Sharing it at the top or
Yeah. Before you run the line, before
okay.
21, can you create a new cell above 21?
Yep.
Create a new cell above and then say import spacey.
Yeah.
Now run it again.
Okay. No
Uh-huh.
error.
Yeah. Now apply to your document, your doc equal NLP at your text.
The text.
Open parentheses, text inside there.
Quotation.
Run it. Yeah, run it. That's it. That's your doc. Okay. So now, can you do the same thing?
Yes, mine worked. It's fine now.
All right. So now you can stop sharing.
Okay.
So it was not, Spacey was not called. It was not called. I don't know why. Okay, so let me print the doc here. This is the doc. Do you see any difference between this document and our text? The text that we got here, is there any difference? The United States. The United States. Do you see any difference? Usually, if you look at it, do you notice any difference? Hmm?
No.
Exactly. There is, by looking at it, there is no difference, but these are two complete different creatures. So let me show you here. I will print the dimension. Remember the len function we learned day one, len? So I will say a len of the text that we generated from the web. And I also want to print the len of our document. So you will see, right? One more parenthesis. Look at the dimensions. The text is 63,000, and then the document is 11,000, right? So NLP connects your thing because NLP, organize your thing in sentences, right? Text have it in string. How do you know that? Let's see. I want to grab the first 10 of your text. So I will say for token in text, I want to grabbing the first 10, it means from 0 to 10, for example, right? I want to print text, print token, right? So this is what that look like. Now, in fact, let me go to 12, for example. It looks like it's saying the United. Yeah, the United. Now, let me do the same thing, but instead of text, I will change this to, what happened here? Anyway, so I want to create a new cell. I will change this text to document, DOC, and then see what you get. So you get these words instead of strings. You see the difference? That is why the dimension here is higher than the dimension in the document.
And this is as a result of using NLP, right? Okay.
Right. So you can do this. Oh, I don't know why my Jupyter notebook is acting like that. So you can play with these tokens. You can say for token in our doc, you can look at the part of a speech, right? So token that you can look at the text. You can also look at, actually, I only want the first 10. So from 0 to the first 12, for example, the first 12. So I want to look at the text that is inside. I also want to look at token that POS, that's a part of a speech. I also want to look at token that depth. So the description here. All right, so let's print that out. So it's a the depth. These are telling me the memory location of for this thing. Maybe I don't need it. Let me take that out. Is for this class is not that useful, but I wanted to see something different from that. This POS, I think if you add a underscore there, you will get something that I want, right? So it say United States is a proper noun, right? So academy proper noun. It's a USMA is adverb, right? That. So you can apply these to, let's say, I said my text equal, anyway, let me leave it like that. So now you can quickly take
Sorry, can you scroll down a bit? Oh, scroll up. Yeah, keep scrolling. No.
yeah, that text is too much. Let me comment these out so that I can easily move. I will comment this for now. I will also comment this for now so that I can easily move. Yeah. So I'm here and I'm here. What do you want me
Okay,
to
so
stay?
what does the token.text token?
Oh,
dot-
that is the text. The text mean like D. D is a text. POS is a part of a speech. That means it's a determinant. D is a determinant of in that sentence. Right. So let me go further. Let's say from 13 to 21, for example. Let's see what we get there. Okay, it's needed is a verb. What is that? I think it's a bracket, it's a punctuation. Is auxiliary. I think it should be auxiliary. Yeah. A is a determinant. Right. Let me go further. Let's say I'm from 25 to 30, for example. Right. Proper noun punctuations. Right. Let's say 50 to 55 or 58, 59. Right. So numbers, 50 is the numbers, nouns, right? Proper nouns. You got so many part of a speech. Yeah. So this is, I want to show you something, right? There is a lot of things that we can do with this thing. So you can have a deeper look at this thing by doing this. So you can play with uh, the same token. So you can say for token, but token in natural language, but token also have something called sentences, right? So if you want, you can say for token in document that sent mean sentences, right? Shortcut for that. And you want to display, so display, we got displace from NLMS spaces. Let's call that. So displace that render. So this is the method. So now we're gonna call our DOC here. Actually, we already call it. We call it there. So we're just gonna do here token, right? And then the style token. And then the style, we're gonna choose equal ENT. And then we are using Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter equal true. That. So it will give you this kind of deeper look of the data that you're dealing with. And you can search before the war and after the war. You can go like 20 war before a particular war of your interest, or 15 war after a particular war, and so on. Right. let me see if I can find something. So superintendent, this is like our president, right? So French has been big part of, right, big part of West Point, creations. Military Academy. So more results. So we import something called regular expression. So regular expression, has the ability, even this NLP also, to search for a particular entity. Let's say you are looking for the search of the name of all people, you can do that. You'll find the name of all people and then the date associated with them, and I print it out and so on. You see, I want you to look at this. You see, 4 years, that's a date, right? USMA is an organization, right? West Point is also North, what is that? I forgot about the North, the definition, but a GPE is a geopolitical entity, right? GPE. Washington is a GPE, that means geopolitical entity, right? Cardinal numbers, right? So this is one of the things about this NLP. Now we can also get a particular sentence from it, right? So let's see. So we're gonna get the first 12 thing that we got earlier. So, and then we're gonna plot it. In this case, the style, we want the style to be deep. Let me type what I'm saying. So I say display C that will render. And then here, our doc, we want to get the first 12. So from 0 to 12, I believe that's what we did last time. And style equal deep. Right. So this will split out the relationship between words in the sentence. Let's say I go to school. So it will say I is a subject, it is related to go. Go is a verb, right? Stuff like that. It will show the link between different words in the sentences, right? So again, I will say Jupiter equal true. Jupiter equal true. We are using Jupyter Notebook, and then yeah, we can do that. There is an optional parameters, that is a distance, but let's do that first and see. Deep, depth, not deep. Oh, that's, okay, let me see if I can decrease this a little bit. It's too much. Let's do the first 5 so that it doesn't go out of the thing, right? So it's saying this D is linked to this space, right? And then is also related to the United States, right? State is, the state is, right, also related to this United, right? What's United State, right? And then all of them also are related. This D is also related to this military. So it's showing the relationship between these two. So there is this optional, let me put that here. You can add a distance. You can control the distance, right? So let me type it here. So you will add the option. So it's a options, right? Equal. Then this is a dictionary. The key is a distance. distance, and then the value is your value of choice. Let's say distance equal 110, right? So that's smaller than what we have over there. So you control the thing. So maybe I can add more here, right? Okay, so now let's see if we can script some of these. What is MPH? MPH. I want to click on that. All right, let's play here. So about, let's click on the about site. Huh. What's wrong with my web? Okay. So that's about them, how it works. I want to go to about. Let me just do about here. Do we see any picture here? Oh yeah, we do. So let's learn our practice. See if we can grab some of these pictures. Hopefully John is not here. So just the about page. Do you see what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing here?
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get this URL and let's go to our notebook, right? So we already import most of the packages. I don't think we need to import any library anymore, right? But they built the website that is not easy to to do it the way we did it earlier. So let's say URL equal this, right? That's our URL. And our response is equal request dot get. If we do this, we don't get anything. They don't let us do this, right? Even when you type the code response dot start to underscore code, you see forbidden. They don't allow us to do that, but there is a way to go around, because we're not gonna do anything here, right? I'm just gonna,
You know why this forbidden?
yeah, 403 is forbidden.
No, like, do you
But
know why we are?
I don't know that maybe John doesn't want us to scrape his website. This is VADSTI website, you know that, right? That's their website. What is it again? I lost it. VADSTI. This is VADSTI website. So maybe they don't want people to mess up with their thing. You see John here? Okay, so this is one way to get around this, right? Again, the spelling will be very important. All right, so you need to type this. We need to create like an agent for this. So headers. So we're gonna, construct a dictionary as our header. So we are pretty much creating like an API for ourselves that will allow us to, sneak around John's and then get his stuff, right? So user agent. Yeah, a lot of people don't want you to mess up with their web page. A lot of people don't. So I want you to type this. Oh, okay. Hopefully your agent and my agent should not conflict. We are creating our own API here. Every colon, every semicolon is there for a reason. The reason why we want to go around the blockage that we are facing right now, right? So Apple WebKit 537.36. Right. So KHTML. Gecko. So we close that parenthesis there, and then Chrome, capital C, 58.0. I'm hoping that our agent will not conflict. 0.110, and then Safari /537.36. So it's a long. Let me break it so that you can see everything. Let me break it into two, like this. So I'm double checking, make sure Mozilla FIDA. Okay, window, there is no I here, so I just noticed that that's W and I, right? NT, Win64, X64, Apple WebKit /537.36. And let's have some space here. KHTML, like get go, Chrome, that 58.0.3029.110 Safari /36. So let me run that. Okay, so I need to move it to that side, same side. Right, it doesn't want it to break it. So you have to make it a one line. Maybe I could make mine smaller. Okay, so once we get that, we're gonna use that. Right. So now let's see, response equal response request that get now our URL, and then header is our header. Headers equal headers, and then close parentheses. Okay, look like there is no thing, but let's check. Let's check if they still allow us to do it. If the request was successful. So how we do that? So we can use a if else statement. So if response Actually, let's do this. Response dot statue response dot statue underscore code. That's it. Yeah, see, we got around. We were able to go around it.
So how did you get like the code in order to go around it? Because that's like a very complex information.
Yeah, so there is something called building your user agent. So I think that's beyond your level. Yeah, so that's one way to go around. There is a lot of websites that don't allow you to do that thing. And I don't want you to keep on doing this because they will not like it. This is one way, creating your own agent and go around it.
So my question about this web scraping and them preventing us from scraping, does it mean that they're preventing us from changing? We won't be
No,
changing.
we won't change anything.
Yeah, so why do they then prevent it? They don't want us to scrape it.
I don't know. Maybe is John here? John? John. Yeah, that's something that we need to ask John. And
Because I'd just like to know why some websites prevent web scraping.
yeah, and then traffic. Every time you send a request, is add to their web traffic. You know that. So some people don't want, they want that web traffic to be solely for their customer, not you. They don't want, your as a developer, they don't want your traffic to be added to, the web traffic. They, you know, that might be one of the reasons, right? Okay, so now we can build our soup object. So soup equal beautiful soup, 1L, beautiful, capital S. We are applying that to our response. Response, right? You see, it's the same process. That content and our parser is HTML parser still, HTML dot parser. Okay. So in HTML, all the image has a tag called img. So I'm gonna look for that. Right. So if you run this, no problem. So I will say image. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna grab the image, everybody that is in the leadership at VADSTI and their name also. That's what I'm doing here. Yeah, security concern also. Yeah. Yeah, security. Yeah, for security concern also. So there are some bad actors there, right? So image equal soup that find underscore all. So img. If I go to the website, if I click on one of them, if I right click and then go to inspect, you will see a tag img. Let me see. I want to go to a picture. If I hover any picture, it will be inside an img. IMG. This window is too small. But the tag is img. I would demonstrate it right now. That's how web developer agree on every tag. Every image tag is img. IMG shortcut for image, right? So you don't have to do the inspection, right? I'll just do it for you here. So I'm gonna find all the img, right? Then this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna use. You remember we learned for loop last time, so I want to say for img in right img dot get, and then source. So that's the source of those images, right? SRC stand for source, right? So for IMG on that, what I'm going to do, I am going to get the link, and I'm also going to get the name, IMG underscore URL is equal IMG dot get image URL. I mean, I'm doing URL, so I will get that. Actually, images. This will be my images that are defined here because I'm getting all the images here. So for IMG, let me make this one clear. IMG in images, right? So I will put img.get. I will get the source of those image, SCR, right? And now that will give me the link to the image. Now I'm gonna get the name, img underscore name is equal img dot get, right? So I will get, so this is the tag for them too. So alt, so HTML will be another lecture by itself, introduction to HTML. So if no available, I want to know that too. So no name available. I want to know that because some of the image might be like the logo of the logo of VADSTI or the logo of PH4, right? So those will not have a human name there. No name available, right? So now I want to print. So this is the type of printing that we learn, printing style. We use F strings. So we want to say image. We want to say image here, image name. And then for that, you see the printing style we learned last time. So IMG underscore name. So that will give us a name. And then we're going to do the same thing for picture. So print using the F string that we learned day one, right? So this is image URL, image underscore, actually, let's put it this way, image URL. And then we're gonna have our IMG URL, the IMG underscore URL there. So else, if that won't happen, let's say else, actually, that's fine. Let me do that.
Professor, you
Yeah.
forgot the T in print.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Right. So let's see this. Any missing parentheses for IMG in images? IMG, let me print this. All right, so let me look at this. I'll look for, okay, the first one, Murray. So name, link, name, link. So Murray, a link is this, right? So that's Murray Awanda. So John Quajan, I want to make sure the code is doing the right way. So I know the picture of John. I have a lot of open stuff. Close some of them. Let me click on it again. Why John is JPEG? Okay, it's right here. Right? So the code is doing what we want. Right? Grab the name and the picture. Right? Very quick. Everybody was able to run this. Any questions?
I did get an error message. I'm just trying to find it.
Okay. So you can do this. You if you want, you don't have to change anything in this code here. If you want to get part of a website again, all you need to do is to replace the link. Let me see. If I select this and I define a new URL, and then let's say I'm interested. Let me close this. What is that? How does it work? Frequent advisory, for example. Right. So I'll grab these and quickly go here. That's my new URL. Right. I'll run that, run everything. And then I'll get new name. Right. I got a new name now. So now you can click this one. You see, it must be the logo. You see that? So that's no human name, but this one has human name. You click on it, you see the person in there, right? So these are the board members, right? You click on any one of them, you get it. Okay, so we can collect images, texts, right? And save it and do our work with it. And the same thing we did with West Point or Wikipedia. You can do the same thing if you want to have a deeper, take look at VASTI. You can go back to the beginning and then grab the link of that VASTI, and then replace the West Point link with that link, and then you get what is that link we define right here. You put that link here and then run the code down, you will get everything about VASTI 2.0. Okay. So let's take 15-minute breaks. I mean, let's come back here at 6:48. Let's say 6:50, right? For those who have questions, please feel free to ask now.
Yeah, I don't see where I'm going wrong. I
Yeah, you want
double,
to share?
triple checked. Okay.
All right, share it.
I'm just gonna make this full screen really quick.
I don't see the other side, the left side of your code. Maybe I don't see the left side of your code. I need to see everything. Okay, so what's the problem? You got this right. Click on Dr. Awunda, for example. Yeah, click on that. Yeah, you got it. There is no error. Yeah, you don't have error.
Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute. Yes, I just didn't run the soup. So once I ran that and then images and then the rest, it finally went through. So
Okay.
I got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Working too hard, man. Welcome back, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so let's continue. So, like I said, there are many ways to scrap a web page. Right, so this is just one of them. Share. Right. And since we don't have enough time, I'm gonna go to data visualizations. And so we go back to our folder, and inside our folder, I'm looking for my folder first. Is this our folder? Yeah, VADSTI. No, it's not. VADSTI 4.0. Yeah, right here. So I'll go there and then I will open a new Jupyter notebook. I will call this one data visualization. So I will rename it and call it data visualization. All right, so name it, and then let's import some library. So for Python, there are two main libraries that are commonly used, Matplotlib and Seaborn, right? So those are the two big data visualization tool for Matplotlib. So the first part, we're going to use Matplotlib Seaborn. And then the second part, we're going to use the interactive data visualization tool called Plotly Express or PX. Right, so this lecture got two parts. The first part is a non-interactive one, and then the second one is an interactive one. So let's import the library, right? We already know what pandas is. We might need it. So import pandas as PD. And we want to import Seaborn, which is another Matplotlib data visualization. So Seaborn as SNS. I want you to import Matplotlib. I got a text here. Okay, so import matplotlib dot pyplot. So this is a subset of it. I want to get only the pyplot one, pyplot as PLT, right? And because I'm using Jupyter Notebook, I want to print my plot when I plot it. I want to print it out on the same page, matplotlib inline. That's it. Let me see if I can get rid of this using the warning that we did yesterday. So import warning and warnings that simple filter ignore. Ignore. So let me see. Yeah, that'll take care of it. All right. Now, Seaborn, let me see if I can share this with you. Data visualization is here. I want to open a new web page. Seaborn data set. So Seaborn has a lot of built-in data set, right? So I want to show you Seaborn data set. I want to show you some of them. Yeah, the data set called tips, Arisis, Penguin, flight data, diamond data, Titanic data, exercise, MPG, mile per gram, planet, and so on. These are just some few, right? So I think I'm going to use Arisis today, right? So I'm going to use this data set, right? So this is one way to import your data frame is equal SNS that load Arisis data. And then you can easily look at the head of that data set. So let me copy that and come to our data visualization. This is exactly what I meant. In fact, we don't need print. We can just say head. Right. So it's about flowers, Virginica, Sesota, and I believe the last one, let me do tails. So that I think is, if we do tail, we're going to see the other one. Virginica, Sesota. Sesota, Virginica, let me do head. Oh, one way to see this, we didn't discuss that yesterday, is something called value count. So if you want to see the tree type, or let's say there are many type of flower in their species, but you can't see them here, right? Because the table is long. So I believe this is one way to get rid of RECs, that value count.
I have a question.
Yes.
So for where you typed import pandas and import seaborn and all of that, my matplot library does not glow like purple. Is that important?
Yeah, you need to do percent symbol here.
Yes, that's what I did, but it doesn't become purple at all.
Maybe it depends on the configuration of the thing. But when you run it, did you get any error?
Yes, I did. It says matplotlib is building the font cache. This might take a moment.
Okay, look at the spelling.
That's what I typed.
Yeah. I can actually to check the spelling. So I want to count value of a species. So you see Sesota, versicolor, and Virginica. So this is one way to know the type. Because I couldn't see all three just by looking at the head or the tail. Right. So we got our data set. Are you able to see the error?
Without the percentage there, it still worked the same, so it's fine.
Still the same?
Yes, sir. I still got the chart that just popped up. Yes, it worked.
It works or it didn't work? It works.
It worked. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So let's go. So now value count. This is one way to do it. Another way I see people doing this. So you do RECs. You grab what you want first. So species, right? Species. And then you do the value count. Either way should work. Value underscore count. Right. The first plot that I want to do is a scatter plot. So I want to see how spread out things are. Scatter plot. Right. So, right. In Seaborn, if you want to do scatter plot, remember we import Seaborn as SNS. So this is where you use it. SNS.scatter. I think if you hit the tab, it will auto-complete it. So we want to plot. So let's say I want the x-axis to be sepal width and then the y-axis to be sepal length. So scatter plot will take two input, the y value, the x value, and the y value, right? So I have two options to do so. First option, I will say x equal this, sepal width, that's the x value, and the y value is equal sepal length. That's my y value. And because I didn't use our addresses here, you see, if you look at it, there is no mention of our data set addresses, not here. So because you didn't mention it, you have to say, hey, these data are coming from the addresses data set. Say the data frame that we built here, these addresses. You will set up the data are coming from there. Then it will do the scatter plot for you. Right, scatter plot. So I'm gonna copy the same, right? Here, we don't know the difference of the flowers, right? You remember every flower got sepal and petal.
Excuse me, my scatter plot didn't show.
Okay, look at the spelling.
Yeah, oh, it went through. I didn't get any error. It's just like it didn't display the way yours did. I can see the axis X label sepal width thing, but like the graph
Yeah,
itself.
data, you said data equal addresses.
Yep.
And then you define addresses the way I did it.
Above, yep, already did.
Like that, you have it exactly like this. Scatter plot.
Yes.
I want you
And
to,
everything, I have everything.
okay, let me see.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, I'm looking at addresses. Sepal length, sepal width. Did you do matplotlib inline when you import them? Yeah, matplotlib inline. Okay. All right. So let me type this. You can stop sharing now. So I want you to do the following. I think this might because we import matplotlib as I want you to do this plt.show. That will show something. plt.show.
Okay, I can see it.
All right. So that was the thing. Okay, so now let's copy this. I wanna be able to differentiate the different type of flowers, right? So I will say here using the hue parameters. So scatter plot take the parameter. So I will say hue equals species. So hue equals species. Say, so if I do that, all I did, I copy and paste the plot that we did at the top, right? And I say hue equals species. By the way, if you didn't want to have this here, data equal addresses, this is one thing that you could have done, right? Instead of x equal d, you say x equal addresses at this. Addresses at petal width, y equal addresses at this. And you don't need to do this data equal addresses because you already use the data frame here. And then I got extra what? Y equal addresses at the comma here. Okay. X equal that, comma, Y equal that, comma, hue equal species. Okay. Arisis. So this is why I use the first part, because I didn't want to go through all of these typing the name of a data set, right? So if you don't want to keep writing arisis, you do the first one here. And I just said data equal arisis, right? So in this case, you are able to see the different type of flowers. So now let's say you want to stress on a particular flower, right? For example, with Virginica, you are doing a presentation. The Virginica is a type of flower that we should pay attention to, and you want to stress on that during your presentation. So you might need to gray out the non-Virginica one, and then use a vivid color for the Virginica one, right? Our dictionary is a powerful tool to do so, right? Any error at this point? Any question here? Okay. So let's do that. Focus on one type. So using dictionary, we're gonna build our color, right? Because this this characteristic color, palette of color. So we're gonna define it like this.
Pardon me, Professor.
Yeah.
I'm still running into the error message.
For which one?
And for the second scatter plot, my scatter plot, it says SNS dot scatter plot. Scatter plot is blue. I have my brackets in there, but my brackets are grayed out. They're not black, but it
Make sure
looks
there is no quotation before the bracket.
right. Yeah, it looks the same.
Make sure these are in quotations.
Yes, those are in
And then
quotations.
you got irises, right? Irises before.
Yes, I have the iris here.
And then comma, Y equal this.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, one way to do this, let me type it here. So you can do it like this. SNS the scatter. So X equal separ width. Y equal, you don't need square bracket. Separ length. And data equal irises. Hue equal species. I'm gonna comment this and run the other one. Right. Sepal length, sepal width, and irises. I get the same thing. Got it?
No, it didn't work.
Did you type exactly here? Check the spelling of its length and width and sepal and hue.
Okay.
It works.
No.
Okay, let me know how it works. So let's define our palette color. Right,
It's not working. That's the issue.
it's not working?
No, sir.
Let me see.
Thank you for your help. This is not my field at all. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to see the whole thing. I want to see the whole thing. Yeah, I cannot see the left side of your code.
The left side? Oh, okay.
The beginning, I don't see that.
I'm
Yeah,
on full
maybe you need to
screen.
zoom out or zoom out a little bit. Yeah, now, move it to the right side so that I can see.
Sorry to interrupt. She wrote plot, P-L-O-T, instead of P-L-T.
Oh,
Thank you.
so you saw something. You're not showing your code anymore, or is it just me?
You may have to zoom out.
No, your code. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. All right. So she mentioned something.
Right, is it fixed? I think it's fixed.
Okay, don't run both of them. Run only one code. You got with for data, without for data. Pick one. Which one you want? Pick the one at the top and then comment the one before PLT. Comment
Are
that.
these supposed to be separate or something?
No, they're both doing the same thing. Comment
Oh.
the one line before PLT. The line before PLT. The second
Line
one.
before, oh, delete it?
Yeah, no, comment out. Pound symbol before it.
Comment out.
Pound symbol, pound.
Um,
Yeah, the number sign.
okay.
Yeah, put that there. Yeah, now run it. Let me see. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Just
Thank
didn't
you.
use a hue. Oh, you did. Oh, you did. You did. Yeah. All right. So that was it. Okay. So now let's move a little bit. So now I want to focus on one type of the thing, right? So we want to gray out the others of flowers that we don't want to focus on. So I will build a dictionary. So the first key is right, the key of the color. So I want this to be light gray, for example. So light gray. Right. So for X in our arisis at species. Now, we don't want duplicate, so that unique. Well, this is one of the things that we also didn't get a chance to go over. Unique method. Right. Now, this is our color palette that we just defined, right? So if I copy and paste it here, right, this is what it looks like. It assign light gray color on everybody's, right? So that light gray, versicolor like Virginica light gray. So now we want to change the one that we want to focus on. Let's say Virginica, this one, right? So everybody has been changed to one color, and then we want to change the color of a specific one. So this is how you do that. So you will say the palette color that you just defined. Hey, I want you to change this that I'm writing right now, change the color of that only to this color that I want, right? I believe crimson. Actually, let me just say red to save time. Right. Now, if you look at the palette, you say Virginica has been assigned red. The order has been assigned light gray, light gray, light gray. So if I plot now, I will call this palette, right? So SNS the scatter plot, right? And then again, the same thing, X equal sepal length, sepal width, Y equal sepal length, quotation, sepal underscore length, and then data equal RCs, data equal RCs. Now this is where the change will take place because scatter plot take something called palette, a parameter called palette. So we're gonna assign that palette to our new palette now. Palette equal palette dictionary that we built, and then the hue is still equal species. Hue equal species. Yeah. So only Virginica is in red. Everything else has been gray out. So I'm focusing on Virginica only. So this palette got many other options. This is the one that we build our own, but Sibon got his own thing. Let me copy this, right? And paste that here. Or let me zoom out so that you guys can see. I copy this and paste it here. So instead of using our own palette, I'm gonna use the one that Sibon has. So one of the palette that he has is cubic helix. So cubic helix, cube helix. So this will not only change the color of our dots, it will also change the shape, literally.
So for the previous code, the species tab on the right hand side there, I got like a list of other species. You only have 3, and mine is, I think it's showing everything, but like it's repeated.
This one here, inside
Yeah.
here,
Yes.
oh, is it repeated?
Yes. It has like 3.
3 of these.
Yeah, it has 3 of this.
Did you put hue at the end? Make sure you
Hue.
don't have it repeated.
Yeah, there's hue equals species.
At the end, right?
Wait, I can't really see your code.
You can see my code?
Oh, yeah, I did everything, and then I did PLT show because when I ran the initial code, it didn't display, so I had to include PLT.show. So I think that's why.
Yeah, that might be it. So
So if I
PLT.
don't include PLT, I won't see
I
it.
don't know why yours is not showing. Even if I do that, it doesn't do that on my end.
Oh, well. Oh,
Make sure no repetition anywhere.
okay. Still haven't gotten it. Everything is in check. I think you saw my code before, so I don't know why everything is repeating.
So, you know what to do? The easiest way is to clear your kernel. Clear your kernel, restart it, and come back. Maybe something is going on. You stop the kernel, restart, clear everything, and then run it again. We didn't do that much, right? We only did this.
No. So I
Yeah.
should just hit restart kernel.
Yeah, restart kernel, clear all the output, and then start from the top. You don't need to install, I don't think we install anything here. So yeah, just run, and then come down here. Right.
Okay.
If you do that, that should take care of it. Now, Seaborn also has colors, right? It has a bunch of color. So SNS that, let me see, I'm looking for color. You see, it got this color brewer palette, right? So if, let me take, for example, blue. Okay. What does it take? So you say color brewer palette, you take a data type, you also take that. So anyway, let's create some color phrases. We're gonna come to that. So it has color palette, SNS, the color underscore palette. You run that, this is what you get. Believe it or not, this is a list. Let me do type. Type. If I do, what type of object is this? It says a list. Seaborn palette color. It should be the list. It should be a list because we are able to access it. We are able to access element-wise. We are able to slice it. Right. So what does that mean? Let me store this to a variable. Let's call it my color, for example, right? My color equal this, right? If I say my color here, you will see that it's this. If I say my color index 0, it's this is blue. If I use this anywhere, it will give me blue. What does that mean? Let's do some plotting, right? And in fact, let me look at the color again. I want to grab something different from blue. Okay, so second one, orange. So I call this one my orange, or my orange equal this, right? And then I will grab one column from our RSS data set and then do histogram plot for that. RSS, the hist, right? Hist plot. And then we are grabbing, let's grab one of them. RSS sepal length, for example. Sepal underscore length. Right here, this is what color will take place. As a color equal my orange. My orange. Right. Then you see the color of our thing will be orange, the orange that I grabbed. So you can grab anything from this thing. So if I change this to 0, you see it will be blue because the first one is blue. If I change it to 2, I forgot what the third one was. Oh, that was green, right? So it's a list of color. That's what I'm trying to let you know, because we can grab them, we can slice them element-wise. My color, right? We can 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I put 3 here, it will be red, 4, that. So C1 got the options. You can do that, right? Any question about this? Let me put the code here. You just call this color palette, SNS.color palette. So in addition to color palette, it also has dark palette and then light palette, right? So let me run dark palette, for example. Right. So SNS dot dark underscore palette, right? Let's see what's in there. And then here I put pink. So you start from dark pink to light pink, right? So the last one, so I can sort these to a variable. So because I got my color, I can say here pink with capital is equal this, and I want to grab the last element. So the last element is here -1, right? So I can do this plot again, right? And I'll change color to my pink that I just defined. I say capital P, INK. That's pink. So this pink is different from the pink that is built in. Let me change this to a color equal pink. You will see the difference between the two. Pink here. Watch the change. They're different. Do you see the difference? Look at this pink, and then look at this pink. Maybe you don't see that. In fact, I could have grabbed instead of that, let's say third one, then you will see the different pink, right? Or fourth one, right? The different pink is different from this pink that is built in Seaborn. Pink, these are different, right? So this is how you will make your plots different from anybody else. You build your own color and then you do your own thing, right? So that is called histogram. We did histogram, we did scatter plot. Another plot is called grid plot, right? So let's spend a few minutes here and then we'll go to interactive plot. Right. So this is what I want you to do, right? First, let's have some empty canvas.
Professor,
right? Yeah.
will you please let me see the code? Oh, thank you.
So the goal was to use my own pink here, right? Because I define it here and I use it here. You could have used any other color, let's say blue, right? And if I use the last one, say last blue. Right. If you start from the beginning, it will look like almost black, right? 0 is the beginning. If we put 0 here, it look like it's so dark, like black color. Now, so you can use any type of color that you want here, right? You can use red also, right? This red is different from this red, right? Which is different from the, oh, what did I do here? Oh, it doesn't have that, so it's out of it. Let me go to 5, right? Let me go to 4. The smaller the number, the darker it becomes. Let me go to 3, right? Let me go to 2. See? 1. And I pick the last one, which is a vivid red. And this red, believe it or not, will be different from, oh, because I'm using color red, I'll call this one red then, and change this one, run net, and change this one to red, right? And this red is different from this red. See, they're different reds, right? Especially if I go to 4, the red that you got here, right? This red, it will be different from this red. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. So now SNS got a type of plot called grid, right? Pair grid. So this is what I want you to define. This letter, you can call it anything called G equal SNS dot pair, so capital P and capital G, grade, right? And then we are applying that to our RSys data frame. So you will get empty canvas like this because we didn't specify anything else, right? So this canvas, we can plot on top of that. We can plot on top of these, right? What does that mean? So we got our G, but when you type in this, make sure they are all in one cell. G equal SNS dot pair grids and our data frame inside, right? So now, this is what I want you to do. Copy that thing, that same code, paste it here, right? We want it. Now we want to map some plot to it. So G dot map. Now for the diagonal, if you want to do something on the diagonal, you say on the map underscore diag. What kind of plot you want? That let's say we want a histogram plot. You will say hist plot on the diagonal. But what kind of library we're using? We're using SNS. So you say here SNS, the hist plot. So this will be on the diagonal. So g.map underscore diag, and then that take SNS.hist plot. So let me run this. Okay, something is not correct. SNS. You see, the diagonal has histogram plot, which is what we want. All the diagonal has histogram plot. So you can say color equal the red that I defined, right? They become like that. Or you can use the built-in color that you want. Let's say color equal orange. Right. So you have that. Now we want to build off diagonal now. We did diagonal. Now you see there are empty canvas on the off diagonal. So if you want to do something on that, you do g.map. What is G? G.map underscore off diag. And then SNS dot. So I want to do kernel density estimator plot. So that is called KDE, kernel density estimator plot. And then here, I want to change the color to, right? Let's see if these two color, marry each other. Red and pink. Yeah, so you got that. So this is the kernel density estimator plot on our off diagonal and histogram plot on our diagonal. Does it have to be like that always? No, you can switch the order. You can have, scatter plot on the off diagonal or scatter plot on the diagonal and a histogram plot on the off diagonal, right? Any questions? Now, let's go to interactive part of it, right? Apparently, 12 hours is not enough for me to do introduction to Python. Let me see, somebody got a message here. Oh, you got a plotting? Somebody said, what are we plotting at the end?
Yeah. KDEPLOT. What are we plotting? Or what I'm looking at in other diagonal, but the rest.
Oh, this is how it will tell you information how your data are distributed, right? So this is what I want you to do, because I don't
Okay.
have time. I really don't have time, but I want you can learn something about KDE plots, right? You know, read something about it, all documented, or Seaborn plot, right? You know, there are many other plots that I will not be able to mention here, like bar plots. Maybe bar plot we're gonna do that, the interactive part. So what I want you to do, this is fine. This notebook is fine. Right here, we can leave it as it is. I want you to create a new one because we only got like 24 minutes. So I'm going to our folder. I'm going to create a new notebook. I will call it interactive plot or plotly. Yeah, plotly, plotly, right? Or interactive visualization, right? So I want you to do this. Pip, up, lowercase, pip, install, calf, and then pip, install. Okay, requirement already satisfied, but you might not have a requirement satisfied already. You need to install these two. So everybody got those two installs? Okay, so yeah, let me send you the link here. Here. All right, so Plotly is here. So now I want you to import this library. Let me close this. I want you to import plotly.express as px, right? Maybe we will need this from plotly import graph underscore object as geo graph object geo. Of course, our friend pandas, we might need it as PD. I don't know if we'll need NumPy, but let's import it in case. I don't think I will do any computation here as NP. And import, we don't know, we're gonna use mat plot lib.py plot as plt and matplotlib inline. Matplotlib inline. I think this should be enough for us, right? Okay. Kafling, Flatly is a company that hosts people visualization online, right? They can host it live online, but we don't need that. So we can do the following. Let's see if this works. Sometimes based on the configuration of your computer, this will not work, but let's see. Type Kafling that go offline. We are doing everything all offline here. cf.go go offline. Okay, say yes, yes. Did I import Kafling as CF? Did I import it? Let me see. No, I didn't import it. So I will say, anyway, we're not having even enough time to use it today. If it doesn't work, I want to import it first, Kafling. If it doesn't work, we're gonna just ignore it and then go with Flatly Express. Okay, well, let me take it again. Import Kafling as CF. And then let me look at this. Okay, now let me do it. So now let's get some stack data, right? Flatly Express has some built-in data. If you go there, so Flatly Express data set. It has a lot of data set, Flatly Express. Yeah, data set. So I'm just gonna call some of them, right? And then use it. Walmart, source, it got stack data set, SSS. It got stacks, right? Data. Populations. I'm looking for stacks. I know it has those, but I don't see it here. That's something that Apple, you got Apple, stacks, you do. You got Apple, double A fly. You got, what does that mean? World GDP. So it has a lot of stuff, right? So you don't need to manually get them here. I'll show you how to get them using the code Flatly. So we are here. So what I want you to do, I want you to define a variable called stacks data frame. So stack df is equal our Flatly Express that we're gonna get data that stacks. That's it. It's as simple as that. If you want, you can look at the head stacks. Let me remove that E here, stacks underscore df that head. It should give us something. Yeah, you see, you got Google, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Microsoft. MSFT is Microsoft. Any question about this? All right, so now I want you to define the following. We are ready to plot an interactive plot of this stock market data. So our fig object is equal to px dot, we're gonna do line plot first. Line plot of these stocks df, stocks underscore df, and the x-axis will be the date, right? And the y-axis will be days. We're gonna have a list of stock. So we only need the ticker, right? So for Google is GOOG. That's they call it ticker name. For Apple is AAPL. Oh, it should be between quotation. AAPL, that's Apple. Here, spelling matter. If you don't spell exactly the way they are, that stock might not exist. Amazon is AMZN. Facebook is FB. Netflix is NFLX. And the last one, Microsoft MSFT. So this is our fig object. We're doing line plot. Again, to be safe, let's do this fig dot show so that it will show. Yeah, this is mine. It is interactive. If you touch it, it will tell you the information about the stock market at that day, at that point, for that particular stock. So I think I'm on Netflix, right? Because it say here orange Netflix. If you look at the legend, right? So for this particular day, July 2008, get that. So these are historical data saved there. By the end of the session, I will show you how to get the live data also. Up to, I can say up to yesterday or up to the end of January or up to today's what? Today's the 14th, 13th? Yeah, up to today. We can get it up to today or up to yesterday, the live data set. So everybody got the interactive data, a plot of the stock market data. Very good. No error this time. All right. So now let's move on. Like I said, this Plotly Express has a lot of data sets built in there, right? So let's build another data set, right? So let's call it populations because it has the populations. As a population is equal to px, right? So the world data set are stored into a folder called gapminder, maybe the gap between populations. So it's a data that gap or gapminder that in here, right? If you look at the head, population that heads, get that. You got Afghanistan. I think if you do the tell, you will see US somewhere because it's doing this alphabetical order. Oh, so let me go to 25. Still, I don't see US because it is Z and Y already. So, but don't worry, we can grab the US. We can grab any country that we are interested in, right? So let's say we are interested in the US populations. We can do that. So US populations. This is how you grab a particular populations, right? Is equal populations, right? So US populations, let me copy this. US populations is equal px the gapminder. Now we want to use this query, right? And the query we want to tell, hey, we want only for the country equal United States. So again, the spelling is very important. You see, countries in quotations, double equal, right? And United States will be in its own quotations. So you have quotation inside quotation here. If you don't do that, this query will not work for you. United States is I'm intentionally putting double quotations, and an outside quotation is a single quotations, right? In fact, we can look at the head of that data set. It should be only United States, that head. Oh, I didn't get anything. What happened? Gapminder, the query, px that data. Nothing shows here. Did I spell any of these? United, yeah. United. United States. Okay, so we got United States data right here, right? If you want, you can do some plot on it, right? So let's say we want to do bar plot of the United States population, for example, right? So this is how you do that, right? So PX, bar plot. So PX that bar, but this bar plot will be interactive. It will be different from the usual interactive, usual bar plot. So US populations, right? So X will be yours, right? And then the Y value will be just populations. So inside our data set, if you look at populations, population count, you see is POP. So I'll say Y equal POP. POP. That's it. That's our Y. Right. So, and the data is coming from the US populations. And this will do it. Right. It is interactive. So the population has been increasing exponentially, right? This is year 2007. Again, we can get the latest data. I'll show you. Oh, wow. It's only a minute. Okay. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this and then make it nicer. We can change the color of this thing, right? So I'll change the color here by saying, hey, I'll change the color to this. So one way to do that is to set template, right? Equal Seaborn is one option. Template equals Seaborn. Let's do that. This is what I get. I believe cool warm is one of them. Let me see. Template equal cool warm. It doesn't take that. No, it doesn't take that. What is another value for the template? Ebon. Now the list of these things, but this is not the only options. You can feel free to check it. PX template options. Any question about this? All right. So let's see if this one work. Instead of Seaborn, let's say if we can put something here like to our own library, Plotly. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of change. Now let's see. I believe let's see, ggplot2. I think that's one of them. ggplot2. For those who use R, you know that ggplot2 is a visual free. So there is a lot of method here, right? Plotly dark presentations. Let me see. Presentation will give me something. Presentations. Yeah. All right. So search setup, there is a lot of things that you can bring down. Yeah, I don't like none of these. So Plotly underscore dark. Oh, all right. Anyway, so let's move on. So we have this interactive graph for bar plot. But bar plot is not the only plot you can do. Right. If I were you, you would get other population and then plot it. Right. Other populations and then plot it. Right. Okay. So the same PX also have our data set analysis. We can take the analysis and then play with it. It has penguin, it has, most of the seaborne data sets, this PX has it, right? Okay, so, but before I do that, let me show you, I will show you how to get live data sets. So if you want to get a live stock data set, this is what you need to do, right? You can get it up to yesterday, right? So from Yahoo Finance, right? So from the Yahoo Finance, you can get those data on your computer up to yesterday. If this market is closed today, you can get up to today. So you need to do the following. You say do pip install Yahoo Finance, but the Yahoo Finance, so it's called F Finance. You do that, Finance. Pip install F Finance. You see, you get this. And once you install that, then you need to import pandas. We already import pandas. So if you didn't, you import it, and then this is how you collect them. Right. So let me just see if I can minimize this. This part is just pip install Yahoo Finance. So now once you import Yahoo Finance, you get the live data like this, right? You say we got PX already. Then you said I would say live stocks equal days, PX, my Yahoo Finance, PX dot lot stocks. So PX dot data underscore stocks. And I want to see these. I want to see if this is different from our previous one, because I want to see other stock different from the one that we have. So that head, let me see these. PX the data stocks, S is missing. Okay, so this didn't change. So this is what I will do. Do I have time? Oh, I don't have time. I'm gonna add that part to the Jupyter Notebook, right? So I will use the Yahoo Finance that we just got to download it, right? Pretty much this is what I will do. I will import Yahoo Finance as YF, and then I will use the YF to download our stock download, and then here I will take all the ticker, right? So this stands for the start name, and you will say the start date. If you want, you can start it from 2020. So 2020, for example, and January 1st. And then the end, you would say the end date equal yesterday. So here, 2025, and yesterday was what? 02 March and 13. Right. Anyway, I'll add that to it. But yeah, so thanks for your patience. Yeah, for those who got error, let me know. I can go back to read it to help you out. All right. Happy learning for the rest of the training. Take care, everybody. Any questions?